Go ahead and get the banter on. As
Yeah,
usual, wait for Swoop.
as usual.
And the myth of legend.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta go check out Doctor Strange. I ain't went to see that yet.
Well, they heard no reviews on it yet, so I don't know how to take it.
I've heard mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people hate it, some people in between. I think Marvel done took a big nosedive since what I want to say Infinity War. Everybody say Endgame. I think Infinity War or hell probably Black Panther. Black Panther came out and I was like, ain't nothing after that excited me.
What up, Will? Glad to see you in the fold, brother. Pre-game and waiting on Swoop as usual.
So
But yeah, I heard mixed shit about Strange and I forget the other one they were talking about. What was that other one? Strange and something else they were talking about. But yeah, you got Maverick coming out next week.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn sure got to get that on.
Yeah, got
My
to see
wife,
that.
yeah, my wife says she ain't going to the theater, so I probably can go opening night to watch that.
I don't know if mine want to go or not, but
You need to find out.
I have game either way. I'm pretty sure she,
Meet at Lakeland.
yeah, there it is. Pretty
I'm
sure she
100%. She ain't going, so hey, she ain't gonna watch it till she watching it in her bed. So
but damn, we're going to see that one.
yeah, they probably have it streaming about 2 months after its release.
You think so?
They ain't gonna wait long, man. I don't think. Cause you gotta keep that momentum. You fuck around, let that shit leave, and people forget about that movie. Then you try to release it on DVD or release it streaming. People be like, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit now. Cause hell, Morbius already streaming. I was looking at something like I'm like, yeah, I can buy this shit already on Voodoo.
Yeah, they don't waste no time.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Over here.
Hello.
What's up, Mike?
Um, Man behind the slider. Sorry, it's kind of after this reference.
Hey, you better 9:30. You need to be off that, okay?
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Nice day.
Please.
Yeah.
Don't have me coming there on you.
Uh-oh. Glad we are the only one watching right now.
Huh?
So I'm glad we are the only one watching right now.
Why?
All right,
Uh,
9:30. Off it.
yeah. I have to, go silent for a minute. Drop a couple of elbows.
We need that. Don't need that.
Oh man. You saw that Black Adam trailer with Rock?
It's out.
Yeah, it's a teaser.
I know he put something up on his Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I mean, I ain't seen that but 10 seconds, but it is talking and I mean, they gonna have the Justice Society on there, which is Fate and Hawkman and some other characters and shit. So if they did them right, this movie would be pretty tight.
Talking junk.
Huh?
Will talking junk to see. She you trying to
Uh,
say, oh, look, dope said no one ever.
Hulk.
How?
I might need to get on Facebook and look and see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
you
you
can.
can do is put your comments on the side of your yeah, that She Hulk looks dope.
Oh shit! I wonder how y'all were doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
can usually bring them up on the screen if I click on it.
oh okay.
I click on that to show them.
Oh, She-Hulk.
Said no one else. Damn, you a hard ass critic, dude.
Well, everybody down on that She-Hulk, man. It's Disney Plus. Like I say, man, it's Marvel going downhill ever since damn Infinity War. When Thanos snapped, he pretty much snapped Marvel out of fucking being good. They they ain't did shit since.
Not the CGI, baby.
Yeah, Thanos snapped the life out of Marvel when he did that shit.
That's tough. Yeah. What up, Juice?
Yeah, go back and look. You ain't been worth a damn since then.
Well, I mean, like I said, I keep hearing mixed stuff about Strange, so I don't know how that's going to be. But I'll look into it.
Yeah, the
Last
last
fight, game.
yeah, it was about 5 minutes in that fight worth a damn. That's when Cap got the hammer and shit and went to work and stuff.
Yeah.
That probably was about the baddest part of that movie. And aside from when everybody started walking through the portals, when Bozeman walked through there, T'Challa, yeah, I got a little nostalgic and shit. I like that. And then when Cap got the hammer and started whooping up on Thanos, that was pretty tight. But man, that whole movie, the other 2 hours and 50 minutes of that motherfucker sucked.
When they start time traveling, that was enough for me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know something going on with I can't fix it right now. Just don't have to make do
yeah, Will. I already let him know about that shit.
tonight. This ain't gonna be on it tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of out the fold last week, but I was getting my pod wits back.
Hey,
As that taking that week off or something, I guess. I don't know.
it be like that. It's gonna do this stuff.
Goddamn Swoop though.
Mm-hmm. Have to call Jay off the bench.
I have to go get some more eyes fucking around with this.
Definitely gonna need something else. We plan on pods for the darn.
Damn, Will, you have a two ball?
Dang. Might need to text me, man. Make sure you alright, boss.
Yeah.
I don't need to hit. Oh, you turn. Cause you turned 40, you had a damn
No
two.
reason to be at a two. If that's the case, I'm the fucking negative two.
I'm gonna put 2 feet in your ass for that one right there. You turn 40, suck it up. What else? You'll be alright. Welcome to the club, boss.
Swoop must not got that damn mic on the arm yet.
This motherfucker been putting that mic on there for 20 minutes now.
We'll be putting that motherfucker on a thimble.
Probably looking like these now.
Jody.
Yo, they ain't want me on the show tonight. Apparently,
Oh. Dang, you just
StreamYard,
came in?
huh?
You just came in.
StreamYard wouldn't let me open. Then it was talking about my camera was blocked. I said Donald Trump done got in my system, man.
He in Pete's system too, cause that motherfucker sound like he on
Oh,
Area 51 or something.
I don't know what's going on. I feel like Google might have changed settings or something on here, and we didn't know because it was touch and go for a second just now.
Recall.
I was about to text y'all like, yo, I can't even do it. Like,
Hold on one second. Let's go somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to see if that works.
now your camera lagging.
Huh?
I said your camera was lagging.
Oh, I started everything back over again, trying to see if that did anything better.
Is it coming through your mic or is it coming through your headphones? It sounds like it's coming through the headphones. It's crazy out here, yo.
I don't know what it's coming through.
Yeah, because that's not coming through your mic.
No clue, bro. No clue. Weird. All right, well, we started up after you finally got your ass on.
Yeah, you got a lot of ambient noise behind you.
I told him.
All right, I'll see you in a minute. Hey, what it doing? What it be about? We are back.
What up? What up?
Yo,
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? It's your boy Drew,
Sarah.
Swoop.
and we are the Global Unknowns. Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and
Might
girls,
be.
children of all ages.
Degeneration that's probably bringing for you.
The tag team champions of the world.
The road dog Jesse James.
I am the badass Billy Gunn.
And we are the new age.
Hold up, no. We will not do that ever again because there are only two people in tag team. That's three people on the screen. So,
Oh, I forgot you here. My bad. Late motherfucker.
listen,
You can be
the FCC was trying to get in my computer or something.
All right, damn, we back, y'all. Welcome to episode 40. Oh, now 49.
Man, that's my age.
Almost a 50 piece.
Dang, we about to hit another milestone.
Crazy.
If you don't know what's going on, the wordplay on this episode is excellent because I should pat myself on the back for this one.
You definitely tooted your horn.
Yeah,
Toot.
the wordplay was phenomenal.
I need to excuse me while I whip this out. I need that on there at least.
See if I can find it.
Can we?
Oh, my bad.
I don't
Oh
know what's
man,
going on with your system over there.
man.
Yeah, I'm tripping tonight. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. My wife told me I hope I didn't mess anything up. But she used my desk today, and I don't know. So
Uh,
I'm not gonna
Some,
blame her for nothing. Could have been me.
I'm gonna blame you, but
yeah, some was definitely tampered with by somebody.
there was some tampering.
Don't know. Anyway, how you feeling, fellas? Big bro?
Um, I'd say I'm around about a seven. You know, had a few concerns last couple of weeks, but I got some confirmation that I probably shouldn't be worried too much about that. So I won't get into what it is or nothing, but you know, just had some things come through and I feel a little better. You know, sometimes you got some things on your mind and you know you can't do nothing about it. You just got to wait it out and you know hope for the best. And I did that, and it all came out the way I was expecting and hoping. So not too bad. I won't complain. You know, but everything going on in the world today, I just say I'm at a just below a seven, but almost seeing a seven. So
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Swoop.
Not bad. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I haven't even taken a second to like assess my mental state. Um, I guess part of me is at a 10 because today's my oldest son's birthday. Just turned 11 today. So
happy birthday, Trey.
yeah, shout out to my little man, my namesake. Um,
Birthday family.
yeah. I started another semester, and I don't know why I did the summer semester, but I can't back out now. But another 5 classes. I got the syllabus last night for like 2 of them, and I'm just like, wow, what am I doing? You're like, yo, you bugging, bro. Thank you, Belinda. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, so like 10 because it's my son's birthday, but probably like a 4 because I'm not mentally prepared for what I have to embark on. I'm just glad that this first week is just like a attendance week to see if you really want to be in the class. So it's nothing really crazy with assignments, but I got one class that's 6 weeks. So that's 16 weeks crammed into 6.
Whew.
Yeah, the rest of them are all 8 weeks. So that's 16 weeks into 8 weeks. So like it's double the work for 4 of them and almost triple the work for one of them. So like I'm just so 4 and 10 that's 14 divided by 2. I'm a 7. Long story short, I'm a 7.
Good way of looking at it. Good way, good way.
Big bro, where you at?
About a 7, 8. I'm feeling pretty good. Um, just every day trying to do better than yesterday. About it. Let me see. What we had going on? Leighton finished softball. Got a trophy yesterday. Um, let me see. She said she ain't playing anymore. I think she retiring from the sport.
Damn.
But yeah, her mom I guess Belinda gonna coach, so she more than likely will be out there again. I don't think she knows that yet, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be back out there.
She don't got
Um,
no choice.
yeah, pretty much. If mom's the coach, you playing ball. Um, Other than that, man, just like I say, just every day trying to do better, be better. Um,
Yeah.
I grabbed another book yesterday, The 2% Way by Myron Rolle, the guy who,
The Rhodes Scholar,
yeah, the Rhodes Scholar, All American
Florida State.
football player at Florida State, and Now he's a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
So he dropped the book yesterday, the 2% where he said, pretty much people say they every day they get 100% better. He said that's physically impossible. He said 2% is more of a realistic goal to be better. So it comes up with ways to self improve, and reading books like that really help.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna embark on that. I got to finish this other one I got first, and then I'm gonna jump into that one. But yeah, just trying to open up the mental a little more, feed it, and keep things on the even keel because with all this stuff we got going on, it's hard to maneuver and keep your head right nowadays. So just we're gonna try to do that, and saying that, we just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Buffalo. Wow. I was on the fence about talking about it because I know which way it can sway with emotions and everything like that. It took us a while to come to an agreement and everything right there to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming through your headphones.
So yeah.
Yeah, because when you took it off,
So if I take the headphones off, I can't even
oh
hear y'all then. So
yeah, it's still it's got to be coming through the headphones.
do it again.
Yeah, no, it's still because whatever
When I
whatever it
took the
is, it's like
headphones off, did it
you
still
could
do it?
still you could still hear, but yeah, it's still happening.
Yeah, I don't know why I sound so far away. I'm trying to adjust everything, but I don't know what it is. But we were talking about it, and we were on the fence because I knew which way this conversation could go and would go if we didn't have an understanding about it. So with that being said, I'm gonna let Big Bro take the flow first and talk on this thing. Then we'll go Swoop, and we'll go me.
Well, man, it just under just uh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I have words or if I can put the words together to even describe what goes to a person's mind to even do something like that. If you want to be a badass, why do you go and choose the softest targets? If you want to prove a point, take your ass to some gang banging lands or something, somewhere where people strapped up. You got on tactical gear and going in a grocery store, shooting up 50 plus year old people,
Yeah.
dude. th- Man, the only thing easier than that is shooting fish in a barrel. That, what man, I don't even know. And the punishment, I was talking to someone earlier this week about the punishment, and my punishment, the suggestion I gave was, you know, for a kid 18 years old, someone in his family had to know what he was up to. Someone
Yeah.
had to have some type of clues or something. And for the number of people that he killed, you start at the closest kin and you start making all of them accountable. One way that I said, you just pretty much execute them. But I think that would be too easy. I think
Yeah.
from his dad to his mom to his sisters, his brothers, his uncles, his aunts, grandma, granddaddy, whoever, they should all get put into prison.
Yeah.
And they let them know what they in there for and see how they like it. I think about one or two times of that shit, I think it'll stop. Because when your grandma get put behind bars or something and people know what she in there for because you fucked up, grandma life could be pretty hard. Ain't nobody gonna have no sympathy for this grandma, because some other people grandmas got killed and granddaddies got killed, and your grandma gonna be in there living through hell because of you. And they can sit here, they can make up gun laws all they want. There's too many guns out there in society now for gun laws to make any difference. People can say and argue that shit all day, unless you go knock on everybody's door and collect every gun. And then once they do that, now we're pretty much um, we are we're not the country we were, because now you're pretty much subjected to government rule. We
Yeah.
pretty much are in a sense, but there's some sense of we need to revolt, we can, because everybody got arms and they can you know fucking go against the government. I guess I don't know how, because they got planes and some other shit that just
They
wipe
got
out.
drones,
Yeah,
and yeah, it
that
ain't
is,
gonna work out.
it ain't gonna work out. But they give people the misconception that, well, as long as you got a M16 or AR-15, you stand a chance. I don't know what the fuck that's going to do against a tank and some drones, but if it's in your mind that you stand a chance, then I guess you do. Um, but yeah, getting back to that, how you pretty much handle the punishment for something like this, because the punishment for the longest has been pretty soft. Just putting somebody in prison or executing that one person, they're a martyr now. It makes no difference. So you have to extend that punishment to those who could have possibly stopped, prevented, made known what was going on.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, then this should have never stopped. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I got a cousin or my brother or any damn body about to do some dumb shit, and I know I'm gonna go down for it, hey, come here, let me holler at you, son. Before you go off and you do some crazy shit, I might have to tie some cement boots to you and throw you off a bridge or something. Because
Listen,
guess what? I'm not going to suffer for your dumb shit. And that's the only way you go stop this. People can sit there and holler this mental illness shit and all this other shit you want to. No, make their grandmama and their granddaddy accountable for this shit. Their mama and their daddy, their sister and their brothers, their nieces and their nephew. I don't give a fuck if they 4 years old. They ass need to go somewhere, because that's what's gonna make somebody think.
yeah.
Because if I had to think, okay, if I go out here and I fuck up, and my 7-year-old nephew got to pay for this shit, damn, I don't know if I really want to do this, because they gonna have to pay for it. And if you don't institute something like that, this will never stop, because
Yeah.
we got to police ourselves. If you can't, the police can't police what they don't know. So somebody had to know. So I don't know how the fuck an 18-year-old got all this type of shit. Somebody had to know something. So somebody else needs to be held accountable as well. And he's still alive. And I'll put a TV in his cell showing everybody that's behind bars what they're going through to him. And I bet you that'll have a fucking effect. Because to see your grandma, your dad getting their head kicked or some shit like that because of what you did, and you can't do nothing about it, and other people see that, do I want that for my family member? Do I want that for someone I so-called love? For me to go out here and do some shit that I think I'm justified in doing, it'll change that, man. And people might think that, you know, that is a draconian idea, because somebody told, dude, if you do that, then we're no better. I'm like, no, People have to understand the effects of what they've done. You just took out 11 people. So we got to round up 11 people that are close to you, and they're going to go through some fucking punishment. Not just you, because you affected 11 people. Affecting one doesn't account for the other 10. So we gotta punish some more people. And if you start doing that, I bet you some shit will change. But if not, because a mass shooting, if somebody goes out and kills 50 people and you only punishing one, what the fuck? That don't equal shit. There's no justification. There's no justice in that. No, we need to go round up 49 people close to you. That's go equal to 50 that you put off. Now we can talk about justification. And boy, if you go out and kill 50 people, I hate to be a third cousin of that motherfucker, cause now you might be in the fucking you might be in the lottery drawing and getting your ass pulled too.
No,
So, dude, that will stop some shit because, like I said, if I feel like you going off the rails, I'm gonna call. Hey, come get this motherfucker. He about to do some shit. I ain't going down for him. Your grandma, your auntie, somebody go call it in, and they go let it be known because somebody could have called this in, man. This it was too many red flags on this motherfucker for him to go through with this shit.
His Amazon cart had to be crazy.
hey, Swoop.
But you know what's crazy? They do that now.
Hold
We're
on.
gonna talk about.
Wait, before you go off, do it. Is it sounding any better now?
Oh yeah, you're perfect now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You back to normal.
All right.
Look at that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted. I just
No,
want to
you
make
good.
sure.
You good.
All right.
We're gonna talk about Gunna and Thug later, but police authorities have been doing that for a while. Where in order to squeeze the main target, the main character in the whole situation, other people get thrown in jail. Like I know that personally from stories and personal events that I was around that it happened. So that's a tactic that they do use where they try to squeeze that person. Now they don't always hold the other people because they're trying to get that main character, whatever, that main suspect. But it is a tactic that they use. I think I think it's the punishment will never fit the crime for me. Even if you did round up, third cousins, fourth cousins, grandma, all of them. Um, because essentially it's not an eye for an eye. It's really an eye for maybe a fingernail. Because if we're really gonna talk about justice, then justice would be everybody 50 or 49 other people connected to him losing their lives as well, and that's a little crazy. But when you talk about this situation, I think I saw Will talk about like if you take away the Second Amendment. I don't think this is never an issue of the Second Amendment. I don't think it's an issue where we have the right to bear arms. I think it's ideologies that are passed down from generation to generation that really spoils the fabric of what we are. I mean, when we talk about the fabric of America, there's so many things that we can talk about. There's so many things that people that look like us suffered because of what America stood for, even 400 or 500 years ago. Very well documented. It's highly debated now. It's a hot button topic now. We talk about people getting mad about affirmative action or all these different types of legislation that have tried to help people of color. But it really comes down to ideologies. How do you stop people from thinking the way that they think and feeling the way that they feel unjustifiably? Because there is never a point where you can justify the amount of hatred that you have for someone that you don't even know. And especially in the case with this guy, he drives 3.5 hours from where he lives to Buffalo. He didn't try, in a vicinity near him. He goes 3.5 hours away, and you can't tell me no one noticed that he was missing for 3.5 hours. The car was gone. Nobody talked to him. Like no one knew that he was taking that long of a drive. Like he had to stop at a gas station to get gas. Like there ain't no way unless he was driving the Batmobile or something with unlimited sources of gas. Like he had to stop and get gas. Like he had to call somebody and say, "Yo, I'm okay. I'm on my way to such and such." Like somebody knew. So it's really about ideologies. It's really about understanding why people do the things that they do and think the way that they think. This isn't just something that was new to him. Like this is something that had to be really implanted and imprinted in his mind by somebody. Mother, father, uncle, cousin, whoever. So we got to start. I think in situations like this, we got to start there. It's not about First Amendment, Second Amendment. It's nothing to do with the rights because those things can stand on their own if ideologies are in the right place. But it's like thinking about someone driving that distance to a place just to kill a certain group of people is like, yo, what amount of hate could drive you to do something like that, especially elderly people? Like you have to believe that someone is subhuman to actually shoot a grandmother, to shoot a grandfather. Like you didn't stop and think, man, this could be my grandmother or this could be my grandfather. So like what he believed in was so entrenched and implanted and imprinted in his mind that he didn't see humans. He just saw targets. So until we're able to really fight ideology, things like this, they're not gonna stop. It's not gonna quit because even if you threw everyone he knew in jail, they probably still would be protected. Like we talked about Kyle Rittenhouse. He had a whole $1 million fund to get to bail him out of jail, and he's still like he's a superstar now. He's a rock star. So like when they got into these institutions, there might be a group of people that would surround them to protect them from what could happen around them. Like it's so nuanced and it's so much to talk about. And like Big Bro said, it was something that we had to like, are we really going to talk about this? Because this is something I get very passionate about too. Like I told him like, yo, we probably don't need to talk about it because I don't want to go left and not be able to come back. I mean, like, we try to keep it really lighthearted on the show, but also talk about topics that really hit home. And I told the big bros earlier, I had just found out that the place where I grew up, Hempstead, New York, he was trying to go to that place too. So like he Googled the highest concentration of black people in certain areas in New York. I guess Buffalo was number 1, and then Hempstead was number 2 on the list, or something of that nature. So like he could have possibly been coming to the place where I grew up, where I still have family. Like, and I couldn't imagine going through that situation. And even with the church shooting, you had someone who is still of Asian descent, where going against another Asian people because of its hate for a group of people. Like ideologies are what are the root cause of all of this, because inherently I don't believe all humans are evil. I don't believe inherently we are evil, but I believe that there are ideologies that poison us to be evil, where we could sway either way. Not saying we are either good or evil. We're just like this neutral party where if we get the wrong thing put into us, we go to the wrong side. So, and even still with the church shooting, it's an ideology. Why do you hate someone who looks different from you? What is the reason? What's the purpose? What is the underlying issue that you have with this group of people? Because these are people that you didn't even know, that you had no contact with ever. 3.5 hours away, who would have never known who you were, and wouldn't have ever known who you were until you came into that place. But the thing is, in order for you to have a switch flipped, the switch has to be created.
Yeah, hate learns. I mean,
I can't go into a room. I can't go into a room and turn on a light and flip a switch unless the switch is there and somebody put that switch there. So like it all comes back to a learned behavior. Like I'm from New York and I hate everything Boston. I don't even know why. But just
You're
because I'm
an
from New
asshole.
York, it's been put in my head like, yo, anything Boston, we hate. Boston Red Sox, Boston Bruins. It doesn't matter. I was secretly rooting for the Celtics, but I can't now just because I felt terrible. Like I felt like I was going against my people in New York. Like, and I hate that I'm admitting this over the mic, where this is gonna live forever in perpetuity in on YouTube and Facebook.
I'm gonna make a
But
special clip just for that.
don't do that. Don't do that.
The
But
Jet-
it's like, I don't want to like ramble on and take up all the time about it, but all it boils down to is the ideologies that we preach. And there are people that perpetuate hate every day over the mic, over television, radio stations, whatever it is, even podcasts. There are people that perpetuate harmful ideologies that empower and embolden people like this guy to go 3.5 hours away and shoot up a grocery store where people are literally buying food. And I got to be honest with you. Like, when I go out now, I'm like on high alert. I'm checking my surroundings, like, yo, okay, if something goes down, what's my best plan of exit, my best way out of here without getting harmed? Like, it's not to the point where I'm afraid to go outside, but it's something that now you got to be super vigilant just because you just don't know. Like you don't know when someone could decide today's the day where I'm gonna end lives that are around me. And now you have 11 people that passed. I mean, you had an 8-year-old girl in that grocery store hiding in the freezer. Like I couldn't imagine my 11-year-old son, my 4-year-old son, my 2-year-old daughter, us having to hop in a freezer section just to hide from somebody shooting inside. Like I just couldn't. And targeting people that look like us, or even going to church. I'm sure the people at the church in California didn't realize, yo, this is gonna be my last day. Like I'm going to church. Even when you talked about when you think about the situation with Dylan Roof in Charleston, people going to church, sitting in Bible study, not realizing it's their last day because of what somebody believes in their mind to be true. So like, it's tough, man. I'm sorry. I know I went
No,
hella
No,
no,
long,
you
but
good, you
you
good,
you
you good.
good,
I
fam.
mean, I don't really have a lot on it.
yeah,
I figured you and him would carry
Let,
that
let me let
segment.
me let me say something though. Let me say
Go ahead.
something.
yeah.
And Swoop, I'm there with you with everything, and I softened my stance
I
about
know.
family members going to prison because early when I was talking to the group of people I was talking to, I pretty much said they needed to be executed right in front of the person. If they caught the person, you execute their family members right in front of them,
Mm,
then you deal with him. That was my stance because you just executed 11 people. So we're going to take 10 or 11. I would say 11. I don't give a fuck about the extra one. He's one. So you throw the extra one on there. You take 11 people close to him and execute them right there in front of his face, right there in front of him.
yeah.
And honestly, I ain't gonna get into the details, but there wouldn't be no soft executions. There wouldn't be where they get shot and they're dead immediately. It got to be gruesome because in order to get across the people that's gone across these lines like this, you got to bring them back some kind of way, or
Yeah.
you just completely snap their minds to where they're mush. And you take people, and I know this might sound horrible and everything, but hell, what he did was horrible.
Yeah.
You got 11 people whose family's not going to see them again. And dude, that's bad, man. Especially somebody that lived to be 87, 88. 89 years old and they just went to get some groceries and they go come home and cook. Somebody probably was looking for that Sunday dinner and stuff that grandma was gonna cook. A few people probably was looking for that. And now they're not gonna get it. Because some jackwagon went out here thinking he gonna be bad with tactical gear on and all that and shooting somebody fucking grandma, man. That just got on her knee-high stockings and whatever else. I'm just picturing my grandma's shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because right now, if that was my grandma, they could take that motherfucker to Saturn, and I'm building a rocket to go get that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm calling Elon like, yo, SpaceX ready? Cause yo,
hey, you fuck calling him. I'm going and taking it. And if it ain't got enough fuel on it, we gonna fuel it up to make it to Saturn. Because he will not be able to fucking hide.
yeah.
He wouldn't be.
There's no way. There's no way.
It's just shit. So
Not Martha Louise.
no, son. No. Vin Diesel would have drove me to that motherfucker.
Because it's about family.
Hey, I got to go get him.
Yeah.
I got to go get him. And so the only way you can make it right in some people's mind, and it ain't gonna make it right, but the only way you can kind of quell the hurt is to make sure all these people don't reproduce ever again, meaning they got to leave this earth, this plane of existence. And you start doing that, dude, I bet you all it would take is 1 or 2 times, and this should have stopped.
Yeah,
it'll stop. If you go that drastic, it ain't got no. I'm telling you, man, because people will become more vigilant than the cops. I'm gonna know what everybody around me doing at every fucking time. Hey, you talking bad about these people? You hold on, what you got on your mind, dog? you what? No, these motherfuckers did. No. We ain't about to go do nothing, man. You finna sit your ass down and have a drink and chill. Because I ain't finna pay for your fuck ups.
Yeah.
You understand? And I bet you 1 or 2 times of actions like that, and that should have stopped. People can hate all they want. They can do whatever. But if your hate comes with an end and it's swift and you don't know what's coming, I think people will start to love a little more knowing that, hell, I might wake up tomorrow in handcuffs going to get executed. And
could you imagine that?
Dude, why not? Because it's people around him that was teaching him this shit.
That was a Peaky Blinders episode. That was a Peaky Blinders episode. I said that's a Peaky Blinders episode where the Tommy did something and the whole family was about to get hung. And he saved their ass. So yeah.
Well, hey, there you go. I never watched the episode. But yeah, man, if you make others accountable for your actions, whether they are complicit or not, then I think more people will be more in tune with what's going on around them than they are.
Yeah.
This is, that's how he act. I ain't gonna say nothing. That's him being him or whatever. Well, no, he don't need to be him. Motherfucker, you need to get your ass in here and lay down and take a nap or do something.
Listen, and only 18, like that. That's the biggest thing. Like,
dude,
an 18-year-old kid, even though when they, I hate to say this, but even though like when one of us, somebody that looks like us, minority, whatever, is arrested or something, happens to them, anything 17 and up, you talking about a man. They called him a kid, but it says something when someone who is only 18 years old, especially as young men, our minds don't mature probably until we're in our 20s. this is much more of a pandemic than COVID was, because this is something that doesn't die with him. Even him going to jail, for real, there's no trial that needs to happen. Ain't no alleged, like Belinda. I know we talk about, we normally say allegedly, but he did it. To me, there's no trial needed. I know in America, everyone is innocent until proven guilty, court of law, swift trial and whatnot. We got to go through the whole judicial process or whatever. For something like this, there should be no reason for it, and there's a possibility that he could get off, which is even crazier. But when you have an 18-year-old kid who is just freshly out of high school, formative years are just really starting, to have that much hate in your heart and in your mind, it's troubling. But it even goes back to, the times when my mother, y'all mother was growing up in Florida, going through certain stuff. Kids younger than 18 throwing rocks and calling names, like these like Big Bro said, this is taught. I don't care what anybody says. His cousin tried to get on there and say it was because he was locked up for COVID and he was wearing a mask and a hazmat suit. He wasn't that worried about it walking into a grocery store and just letting off on people. If you were that paranoid about being around people because of COVID, you would never even step foot out the crib. So we throw that out the window. But it's crazy when you have someone who is still a teenager go and willingly put their lives on the line for an ideology such as this. Like, it's troubling, man. And like my son has been in school in virtual for the last 2 years. He's about to go to in person next year for 6th grade, and I'm worried, because you just don't know who your son or your daughter is going to encounter and what type of experience they will have. Like, it's this for me, and I know for y'all, because y'all got young kids too, it's more than just about being killed as a black person. It's just worrying about family in general and the experiences and the encounters that they can have that we can't control. Like, I can be armed to the eyeballs, guns everywhere. But if my son gets shot while he's at school, what does that do? Them guns ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, it's too late.
Like, that's the scariest part about it. Like,
you can have a million guns.
Man, at any given point, anything could happen. You can only shoot one. Like, you be seeing these videos of dudes on Facebook with guns in the walls and guns in the nightstand. They got secret compartments. What you gonna do if somebody run up in the crib?
All you need is that one Scarface gun. Hey, that boy had a grenade launcher on there and everything.
Listen. I'm gonna say this, and like I said, hate is taught, and
it is.
When I said that, it put me in the mind of that one kid who came and hit the people's house with the whip.
Oh my goodness!
Like
9 years old.
Shit taught, man. You don't wake up and do dumb shit like that. It's taught. And
you know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My Ring camera would have gone off, and that kid probably would have been snatched through the door and brought in the house, and they probably would have never seen that little motherfucker ever again. What happened to him? I don't know. He was running around here with a whip. Somebody must have grabbed him. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Go find that whip and you might find him. What you talking about? Yo, you had a whip. And they just saw that part of him hit my door and they were just cut out. What happened? I don't know. Fucking power went out.
Internet.
Yeah. Some went out.
I got Comcast.
The cloud shut down.
Yeah.
But hey.
He got that D with no ease connection.
Easy.
Shout out Highway 22.
But yeah, man, because dude, it's taught, but it can be untaught very quickly if you unteach it the right way. You
Yeah.
gotta, it ain't got to go through no generations. It
Nah.
don't. I tell you, punishment will change your mind quickly. It'll change your mind quickly.
Yeah.
Just like Eddie Murphy you go back to Eddie Murphy on Delirious, he's like, goddamn slaves came over here. The first motherfucker got off the boat said that shit suck my, you know, hey, that shit changed quick. All you gotta do is reverse that. Hey, you gonna be that way? Hey, we got something for you. Come on over here. I got something for you.
Yeah.
And you could change mentality. Mentalities can be changed with the snap of a finger, man.
Yeah.
With the snap, it don't take no long time. It don't take nothing. Just like I said, if they set an example with this dude, I know they're not because it ain't on the books. But with the next dude, okay, you go out here and kill this many people. We go round up this many of your family members, and we go execute them in front of your eyes, and you go watch it. You go watch every one of them,
Yeah.
dude. I guarantee you, and you go sit there. We go have you face to face with them as we're executing them, and they gonna be looking at you thinking, "Why the fuck did you do this?"
Yeah.
And
That's
that
real.
will, dude. If you want to be hard, if you ain't got no love for your own family, then I don't know. Your family need to go because they taught you, dumbass. But you going right after they go, so it ain't like you go sit around and reproduce again so you can carry on this hate. But somebody will see that and think, damn, do I want to sit across from my dad while he's getting executed because of something I did?
Yeah.
And then my mom, and then my siblings, and then whatever. Dude, you start taking out family members, and see, this will go both ways. So don't think that, just because somebody that's not our skin color is going out executing people. If somebody that is our skin color goes out and does something like this, then they got to face the same punishment because it's going to be on the books. And that's the way justice to be carried out. So it ain't just for one side if you're going to institute something like that. It's for everybody because that's pretty much how you're going to have to break this cycle of hate. It, we ain't got hundreds of years to do this shit. We don't. We
Nah.
we as black people, we face hundreds of years of fighting each other, which leads us to Young Thug and them.
You get caught in a Rico.
Dude, we ain't got no business doing dumb shit. I'll turn it
And
over. I don't know much about this.
yeah, if you've been under a rock the last 2 weeks, week and a
Week and a
half,
half, 2 weeks. A week and a
week
half.
and a half, yeah. Who is it? YSL, Young Slime Gang, or whatever it is.
Yeah, Young
Is
Slime
this
Life.
what they call?
Yeah,
Slime Life.
Slime Life or whatever.
Really?
Really, and
Young Slime Life.
yeah, yeah, it's
They
crazy.
call themselves that.
Yeah, and they just got caught up in what was it? 56 charges.
57? 56?
50,
Somewhere.
56,
It was
58.
more than 3.
Yeah. Got caught up in the RICO. So the two main ones they were looking at was Young Thug and Gunna, which gives you the title. Yeah, nice wordplay, as I said.
Thug life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He did
Good
his best work
wordplay.
on that one.
Yeah, they just pop up in my head, but they what they did, they looking at the RICO, and RICO pretty much this organized crime. You get knocked off of organized crime, and me and I found the documents of all the charges because one of my cousins put it on the group chat we got on another thing, and I sent it to Swoop and let him read it. Like, these dudes facing murder charges, attempted robbery, attempted murder, everything. So
money laundering, just a whole slew of charges. But the crazy part about it is this investigation goes back to what, 2005, was it?
Yeah. No, it was 2015.
2015, okay. 2015. Yeah. So the last 7 years
they've been watching these
they've
cats
been monitoring.
They've
been monitoring every move, Facebook posts, Instagram posts. They're even using the lyrics against these kids.
And the funny thing,
I wouldn't say kids, but against these guys.
Yeah, the funny thing about it, I was talking to my boy Corey. Shout out to my boy Corey. We were out there talking about it the other day, and he was like, whenever somebody catch you up in something like that, they already got all the knowledge they need to go ahead and knock you off. So your plea bargain finna be shitty, because they went after the big fish. They done caught the marlin, so they care less what else you tell them. Like, hey man, there's somebody bigger than me. No, it ain't nobody bigger than you, because you the one we've been looking at for the last 7 years. So with them catching them now, it's kind of crazy. But it was a it was a post last week where a dude named Wallow was talking to him just 3 months before they got knocked off, and was telling them, like, you're messing yourself up. Like, when you dudes hit the industry, keep it music. Leave the gang shit alone. Leave all the other stuff alone, because you're messing up your wealth. And you could possibly be setting your kids up for generational wealth.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though. When is it enough to leave the street shit alone when you get this money? And that's kind of the topic I want to go on. That's why I was like, gonna keep with the thug life. When is it a point to say, okay, I'm out? Like, I done made this right here. My family could be set. When is the point? When is your exit strategy take effect?
I think though, do you think people ever feel like they have an exit strategy? When you're a part of the street life, we have family members that we know, whatever, allegedly were a part of the street life, and you look at them and you say, allegedly part of the street life. There's no hard evidence to say that they were. But I will say, people around me, not family members, people around me, people I grew up with. You ask the question, can it happen? Do you ever get out of that life? Because past transgressions will always pull you back. Every time I try to get away, they pull me back in. Like, I don't know how easy it is to get away, because there's always a moment where you owe somebody something, where someone did something. It was.
Oh, nice. Go ahead.
Speaking of that, Top Gun.
I hope your camera paused.
Stick to the topic.
I hope your camera paused this thing.
Stick to the damn topic.
We'll talk off air about that.
Okay. I think it is. I'm not gonna say it's hard to leave, but I think some guys don't see a way out. And because they don't see a way out, they find themselves trapped in the life. Even if they are out, there might be somebody around them that has dealings with it. Because, like, even if you look at the charges against Thug and Gunna, I think Thug only has one charge. Gunna might have two. Their associates are the ones that have the craziest charges. Now, I think we were talking about Thug might have a rental car in his name where a murder was committed allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
As the breadwinner, that could have been something that just happened because he is the breadwinner. He may not have ever had knowledge of it.
He could have been the one that stopped all the shit though. Like my wife asked, "Can you exit a gang alive?" Yeah, he could have been the one who said, "Hey man, enough of this shit. Like we good now. We eating." But it comes a certain point in life, motherfuckers always trying to prove how hard they is. That's a boys in the hood quote.
This ain't no different than what we were just talking about earlier, man. If you're taking lives, then those around you, like I just said, it ain't just gonna go one way. It's gonna come back to us too. So if somebody we know out here fucking up, you gotta know that, hey man, you can't be doing this shit, because I'm gonna go down for this shit you're doing. And if I'm out here making this money, I'm out here doing whatever we need to do, man, let's just drink and laugh and have fun. What the fuck you got to go out here?
Well, to go with what you're saying, they got 28 in the motherfuckers. So yeah, a lot of them went down.
Well,
see, that's the thing though.
Families.
They do, like when you look at the broad picture of it, they do come and get us. Like there's a lot of dudes that are behind bars because of the association that they have with somebody else.
Yeah.
So like it does happen, but like in these situations, you're thinking like, yo, even if you say we gotta chill, like if you watch Snowfall or if you ever watched Paid in Full, iconic moment where Mitch is talking to
Rico
to his boy, talking to Ace like, yo, yo nigga like me, I love the game. Like, yeah, I could leave, but if I leave, are the fans still gonna love me? Like, there's always this wrestling with, will I be who I am if I lose my identity over here? A lot of guys are suffering from identity crisis where they could leave. Thug is making millions of dollars, iconic figure in the rap game. One of those polarizing figures, not as big as like a Ye or
because I don't understand
a Jay. Yeah, I have no idea what what Thug be saying, but people love his music. But there's like there's always this tussle or this wrestling of, if I go over here, I can make a lot of money, but I alienate the life that I had before this. And a lot of guys, they suffer with that double life. And to them, they feel like I can't leave those people because those people helped me get to where I'm at. And a lot of guys, they die or they lose who they could be because of their whatever, this infatuation with loyalty to the streets for whatever reason. And now you're in a situation where you really don't have no way out. But and it sucks because they had so much promise and could have done so much more. But for whatever reason, some of us feel like all we can ascend to is just that top, that for lack of better words, head nigga in charge, the dude that runs the streets, the dude that everybody fears and respects because he's out here getting money and getting this and getting that. Like, unfortunately, without those things, a lot of black men, I'll say a lot of black men would never feel as superior to anyone else, because everyone, doesn't go to college, everyone doesn't graduate high school, everyone doesn't have the advantages that some of us have. Even though we're not where we want to be, all three of us, like, we still had very good upbringings. Everybody doesn't have that opportunity, and there are stories of people that rise above their situations and rise above the things that are around them, but most people don't have that willpower, and it's evident by the choices that they make. And these young men feel like they couldn't make choices that separated them from who they are. And that's the thing, that could be the only sense of family that they have, and that's That's that undying loyalty that they have to the people that's around them. But it's also a selfish thing because most of these dudes, they like the power and the money and the whatever else comes with it. Because without that, who would they really be?
And I'm gonna say this because it goes both ways. Whenever you talk about one side, you gotta talk about the other. If you go talk about your life, this is your life, this is what you do, then who's to say this 18-year-old kid that wasn't his life, this is what he do? Dude, all this shit gotta be fucking brought to an end.
Yeah.
It does. I don't give a fuck what color, what race, what creed, what religion, whatever you are. If you bring in harm to other human beings, that's a no-go, man. I don't give a it shouldn't be allowed for whatever reason. For whatever. If you feel you gotta, go out here and thug and do whatever cause this your family, well, this kid feel he gotta go out here and shoot up grocery stores cause he gotta defend his family. See the thing with the white population that you gotta understand is they're being annihilated. And they're not being annihilated by killing. They're being annihilated through births. White is a recessive trait. If it's a recessive trait, that means every other trait, every other race on this planet dominates their traits. So if women go out here and get pregnant with any other race, that baby is no longer white. Any other race. It doesn't matter. It's not just black people. It's Hispanic. It's hell, Samoan, any damn thing. That baby is no longer white because white is a recessive trait. It's the most recessive trait. So in order to not lose their population, they got to kill. So what's the difference between what they doing and what Thug and them doing? Ain't no difference, man. So you got to treat all this shit the same, no matter what you do. If you out here fucking up, then we need to come down on you. However hard we need to make an example and show people you don't do this shit. Now, will that stop the annihilation of a race? No, it won't. Because people go love who they love. You can't stop people from being with who they want to be with and what's going to happen. If your race is set to be annihilated, then it's going to be annihilated one way, whether you like it or not, because you can't stop people from loving who they love. But if you go be out here doing dumb shit, now that can be stopped. And therefore, while the punishment should fit the crime.
I don't know if the dumb stuff can be stopped though, because this is nothing new. RICO laws were put in place for Italian gangs, for mafias.
Yeah.
For those type of criminal organizations. So like there's different iterations of it. Like and it's somewhat profitable because it keeps prisons open. We can talk about. See, I'm fresh off of criminal justice classes and whatnot, so I'm I got statistics and
well, I ain't about
research and all of that.
Prison. I'm just trying to be correct on the show.
God damn.
I think
George Wapner ass nigga tonight.
I think motherfuckers that should be executed on the spot.
God damn. Handmaid's Tale ass nigga right now. Gee.
Well, dude,
we going medieval on them.
Hey, if you killed 11 people, we got to kill 11 of your people.
That's tough.
No questions asked. No other questions asked.
Well,
I think once you do that, like I said, you ain't gonna do it like every other day. 1 or 2 times, and people know that that's what you're about, and that's what this system is about now. It'll stop. It'll have to stop. It'll slow down before it stops.
It'll damn
But
sure slow down.
it'll slow down. But at this current pace right now, oh, I can go out and kill however many people my gun allows me to kill, and I'm the only one that's gonna pay for this. Shit, I got this. I go out here and do this all day.
And you complete
Hold on.
insanity.
Yeah, and plead insanity and go to a mental ward or maybe get off. But hold on, if I got 49 rounds in this cartridge and 49 of my people can go because I killed 49, oh damn, do I want to take this chance? Then you go sit there and struggle with, damn, do I really want to do this? That'll make somebody think for the extra second that it might take to catch them before they go execute some shit like this. Dude, because if you got to think about somebody's lives that you know being lost too because of some shit you doing. Now, if you just go and do it and say, fuck the people too, my people, then damn, you just a wild
That's a
motherfucker.
different type of
Nobody
That's
in
a
your
different
family
animal and the same beast.
Yeah, they don't need to reproduce no more motherfuckers like you ever again.
What the hell does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What?
What he said, you're a different animal. It's an old Kobe Bryant commercial.
Yeah, with Kanye.
Yeah, and Kanye, what the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? He's like, you're welcome.
Kanye was like, yo, my records broke records. Yeah. He said, but are you a different animal and the same beast? Like, what? What?
Yeah. And he's like, you're welcome.
That just threw off the whole train of thought. But yeah, like,
but anyway,
like thinking about Thug and Gunna, like they probably thought they would never get touched. And that's the arrogance. That's the arrogance too. It's the arrogance of believing that your money could buy you out of situations. But when you not the, you don't got the right pedigree, those things don't happen. You could have the greatest lawyer ever. The last time that ever happened was with OJ. Johnny Cochran ain't here no more, so he not saving. Because you look at not to besmirch his name, but like you look at Ben Crump, the civil rights lawyer, he ain't won a case yet.
I don't really think he tries to people. He's just
trying to get that paycheck, allegedly.
Yeah,
but
he the publicity guy.
But when you don't have a certain pedigree, your money don't matter. Your money don't fold the same. It don't fold the same. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what kind of contract you sign. Once it hits the fan, everybody is running away from you. Like you a social pariah. So for them to be that arrogant and believe that they were above a certain situation because of the money that they're making, the plaques that they got on the wall, that don't mean nothing. Them plaques gonna get seized and sold. Some little kid in Indiana in a mansion gonna have Young Thug's plaque on his wall because they got it at an auction. That plaque don't mean nothing. And the thing is, I think Will just said people don't value life anymore. I mean, since the dawn of time, people haven't valued life. Since the first murder, if we believe that the first murder happened between Cain and Abel, ever since then, life has not been valued. So, like, we can talk about from ancient times, where you had people being tortured, where you had, Vlad the Impaler putting people on sticks, where you had Nero burning down whole cities and all that. Like, life has never been valued because we don't understand that life is finite. Because if I kill somebody today, they're not coming back tomorrow. Like, this is not a comic book where you can just rewind time and people get resurrected. Like, we don't understand what death is, so we don't really take into account that how final it is. So for them, it's like they feel like they're gonna live forever. Like, no, you're not. And people gonna forget about you. You know how many dudes is locked up right now on the same charges that Gunna and Thug are locked up for? They don't get letters. They don't get visits. They just gonna rot away in a prison cell, and you allowed the legacy that you could have for your children, your children's children, you allowed that to come in between what you could have had. Like, it's just at whatever point, it just doesn't make any sense because you're making so much bread without nobody even knowing what you're saying.
Dude, I don't understand a fucking word.
Yo, you over there just hibbida.
Lifestyle.
Oh, all right. Stop.
Dude, fuck that can't be saying.
See, but that's the thing, man. Like, you were literally making millions without tapping into the probably a third of the talent that you truly have. Because you got to be talented to even come up with those schemes. But yet, this is where we at, man. And it's unfortunate to see these young men who had promising careers. Now you throwing it down the drain for what?
For what? They ain't want to be no pump. They ain't want to.
Man, listen, call me soft, call me pussy, whatever you want to call me. I'm alive and out of the jails.
And dude,
I'm out here living.
Snoop associated with a gang, and does he still do all that? I mean,
he still be crip walking, but ain't out here gang banging.
Walking, but he ain't out here fucking driving cars through drive-bys and shit.
Nah.
You know,
once Snoop got hit with that murder charge and he beat that murder charge, that's when his life changed.
Snoop was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you realize
go through shit to get out of shit though.
You realize, like, yo, I'm sitting in here. This man and woman are gonna decide the fate of my life. If I make it out of this, I gotta chill. Like a murder charge is different. Like if Thug and Gunna were on drug charges, 10, 20 years, whatever, you could knock that down. But we talking about conspiracy for a criminal organization. So we talking about murder, we talking about drugs, we talking about money laundering, we talking about all this conspiracy. Like, yo, we talking about everything that coincides with a criminal organization, not just one charge here, you know, a sub charge there. You know, we try to attach different charges on to see how much time we could get. Like, nah, these gonna stick. And you are one of 28 co-defendants.
Any one of them, all they gotta say, yeah, he was there.
It don't even matter if they say, yeah, he was there. They got them there.
Oh, they got him there.
That's the whole point of the RICO. The RICO attaches you to charges that you might not have even been there, but because you are associated with this person, it's a wrap. You getting charged just like they are. Even though Gunna and Thug maybe have 3 charges between them, because they represent this entire organization, they're responsible for it too. And like,
okay, so you just apply the RICO Act to this 18-year-old and get every damn body that's associated with him.
That means Tucker Carlson got to go to jail too.
Fuck it, every damn body.
Man, I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, this is my 4th drink, so you know.
Hey, I just want to leave on a lighter note. Shout out to my pops. I know he didn't come up in the episode. And Shakita, I hope you ain't watching this so you can go back and tell him. But shout out to my dad. He was pulling for Giannis, and
oh man,
I told him that Giannis then was gonna lose, but he is a Giannis fan. He live and die and breathe Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Y'all should have put. You know what you should have did?
What?
I'm not even gonna say it.
But the thing with my dad,
you know what I was about to say too.
Yeah. But the thing with my pops, like my pops, like he put the kiss of death on any team. So if he like him, 9 times.
Oh, he like Charles Barkley.
Oh yeah, he
gonna put him never won a championship.
Yeah,
when Barkley put that guarantee, I guarantee it.
Well, most of the time the team lose. Me and this joker here, daddy. Let me point that finger just right. Me and him, he been killing career since Hammer. So
he only been right with one dude. One. You know who
Jordan?
No. Nature Boy Ric Flair.
I didn't know he liked Nate.
Yeah. He was a big dude. L was a big Nate fan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, L called Nate. I give him Nate. He got Nate, but everything after Nate
been shit.
Does that count though?
if he bet on him, I'm going the opposite way.
That's tragic.
Hammer, Cowboys. Dude.
I need him to hate him. Once he get mad
Cowboys
at him,
in the '90s. That's
But I'm saying once he gets mad at him, they go on a run. So I need him to stay mad all year.
Well, after that 1-15 season, he hated him. He ain't like him. He and they ran out 3 championships. Then he was back a Cowboy fan and they ain't won shit since.
Damn it. Well, we
so
gotta get him train again.
Man, the Jets might win a championship before the Cowboys.
Ain't no way.
Dude, I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go play for that shit happen.
Yeah, I'm finna get off right now. Hey, thank y'all for coming out. Hey, I appreciate y'all listening with us tonight. We done gave the people an hour and damn near 30 minutes of our time.
And of quality content, if I might say so myself. This was some good stuff we threw out there.
Oh yeah. Always. Thank y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like it, share it. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Apple, Spotify, Anchor, everywhere you can find a podcast. We there. Just type in the Global Unknowns. Yeah, type in the Global Unknowns. You'll find us. Any shout outs, big bro?
I'm having a comic book convention at Kill Farms. If anybody close to Plant City, Tampa Bay area, we got a comic book convention going on out at Kill Farms. It's free entry. All we ask is if you're gonna partake in the buffet, is you buy a $20 armband and you get to eat, drink, do whatever you want to for $20. The comic books ain't for $20. You got to buy them price listed, but it's gonna be a different comic book type of convention. It's gonna be comics and cocktails. So if you ever been out, if you ever been out to Kill Farms, they got good drinks out there, damn good food. I mean, I've been out there a couple of times now since then, just trying different foods just to make sure this is the route I wanted to take, and we're gonna have a good time out there, man. This is June 26th at Kill Farms. And we're trying to launch this thing and do something big. And they reached out to me and wanted to have something different. So trying to give them something different. They're gonna have a live band there and fresh food, fresh cooked food. And of course the beverages and stuff that they have on tap. So if you're around the area on June 26th, come check us out. It's gonna be a good time.
All right, Swoop.
First and foremost, shout out to my little man, 11 years old. My namesake, my heart. I love you, boy. Happy birthday, Trey. Shout out to y'all, man. Just doing it. My big bro out here with the comic book conventions. That's major, man. Something like that is a major undertaking, being able to get different vendors together under one roof to provide quality content and quality entertainment. Shout out to you, man. Definitely proud of y'all. Shout out to me. Because I got 5 classes coming up in 8 weeks, and I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, man, shout out to life, man. Shout out to the listeners. Shout out to the people that engage with us, man. We do this because we love it, but we also do this because y'all come and engage with us. So we appreciate y'all for sure. Even if y'all wasn't on here, we still be talking crazy. But to have y'all here with us means a lot, man. So shout out to y'all.
And I cap it off. Shout out to y'all, you guys. Great show tonight. I really enjoyed it. I was a little reserved on it because I didn't know which way it would go, and I was on the fence. Shout out to the listeners. Thank y'all for coming and lending us your ear, and everybody who stayed and stopped by and threw some comments out there. Interact with us. go on the Facebook page, make some comments, give us content. If you want us to talk about something, we're open for it. If we talk about it, we do. If we don't like it, hell, so be it. Shout out. Yeah, shout out to the wives. Thank y'all for putting up with us because we know we a handful and a bunch of jackasses.
For sure.
Shout out to our kids. Happy birthday, Trey. That's it, man. I started working out again. Been trying to do that last couple of days and trying to get back in that fold, get my mind right, body right.
Ready for war? Memphis bleak out here?
No. I got scare tags. I just look at a bitch crazy.
That eye start twitching.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got that Charlie Murphy look like, hey, I'm up the street. Like, you know, just give him the Charlie Murphy look. But y'all be safe out there.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Protect yourself and look out for your neighbors and, you know, all that good stuff. I'm gonna just leave on that note and
spread love.
Yeah.
Love on each other, man.
Do something good for somebody so something good can happen to you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this slightest little thing goes a long way. That's hey, hello. You might diffuse some shit that day just by speaking to somebody and being kind to them. So just try to be nice. And keep that same energy. And with that being said, it's your boy Drew.
Swoop.
Eric.
And we are the Global Unknowns.
Cool the Bamola, motherfuckers.
Niggas always talking about that.